time ago, and I guess it was calibrating. I was so. Can y'all hear the background? I'm inside the house. Can y'all hear it? It's the reasons. It's that old school, good music playing right now. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys, if it was audible. I'm hoping that it was because, I mean, my ears, I know they're different. I'm different and I'm okay with it. But oh my goodness, like sometimes when I'm doing a podcast episode and like sirens, or even if I'm doing a post and sirens go by, it could be heard in the broadcast. So I'm hoping you guys heard that song playing because that's how I got up this afternoon. Of course, it's not my first time getting up, but it's when I tell you this Saturn's day is truly restful, truly restful. Um, my days have been so freaking beautiful. When I tell you beautiful, like beautiful. Um, April was a little challenging. April was a bit challenging, but yet still I met and rose over and and rose through and past. I met, rose above, sometimes through, all the times, past every single challenge, and how my ancestors always let me know what was going on. See, who I know that I am, I've always been. And I say that as humble as I can because it is what it is. And having individuals, thought spiritual leaders such as Michael Beckwith and Lisa Nichols, even though Lisa Nichols doesn't really place herself in that realm of spirituality, she's there. She's there. She calls it wellness, and but she's there. Her whole mission is helping people be the best version of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many others that I can name, so many others that I can name. And these are the people that I have been studying and learning and who have been supportive on my internal healing journey. Now, I talk about my legs a lot now because of the recent injury and because I'm focusing now not only on my internal healing, but also on my external healing. So I have two focuses of healing for myself right now. And but I know that I have grown so much internally. Like, so much I had to ask myself about 10 minutes ago, who are you? Like, who are you? Who are you? You, ooh, ooh. And I even had a moment yesterday, we can talk about this moment briefly, where some people tried to bully some individuals that learn differently. And yeah, not on my watch. Not on my watch. You're not about to do this in my face. You get you. Oh, you thought I was like everybody else. Oh, y'all thought because I was happy, because I am a happy brown woman, that I'm detached from reality. That's what y'all thought. Y'all thought y'all was about to play and bully this girl in front of me, and I'm laughing because of, obviously, they don't know me. They don't know me. But here's another thing though I want to say about myself personally, is that um I don't have to know a person to have discernment. I don't have to know a person to to be treating people fairly and with respect. I don't have to know you to do that. I'm gonna automatically, like, my behavior is a reflection of me. It ain't no um it ain't no strategy. That's the word that just came to my mind. It ain't no me trying to get nothing. I'ma be me, and this is who I am. But I've grown, so I am a better version of me. Thank you, Lisa Nichols. I don't know if I could tag you on this so you can hear this stuff. She's doing activations, and I know I gotta go and listen to some activations. I'm a tag her. I'm a tag her on this. She needs to hear this right here, because I have been listening to her for years, on and off, on and off. And when I tell you, the spirit realm is not no fucking game, people. And I understand the caution and the fear, because it's a lot of responsibility that comes when you go deeper and deeper in. And I understand why some people want to stay on the surface and let somebody else do it for them. But see, again, I've been who I've been since I've incarnated. I was me before I incarnated. Um, and I did not know all of who I wasn't conscious. I knew, but I wasn't conscious. My mind wasn't conscious, because my mind was filled with everybody else's this, that, and the other. And I remember, like, I don't know if I've shared, I know I've shared my first school of thought and spirituality was a school of thought created by European, um, aka white, but we ain't gonna get into the difference between nationalities and colors, because obviously they're different. White is not a nationality, and neither is black. But we ain't on here to talk about that, okay? We ain't on here to talk about that. This European Mason created a spiritual organization, and it's called Jehovah Witnesses. When did he create this? At the heightened of civil unrest in America. He didn't create this recently. It's not a new age religion. When did it come? In the 60s, maybe? I gotta look. Maybe in the 40s. If it came anywhere while there was the white supremacy and the civil unrest was going, where blacks was fighting back. And this is my personal opinion on that. Not to get off a topic, but my personal opinion is that that was created because they felt like, oh, wait, we can't just come against them with brute force. We're going to have to use some other stuff to dumb them down. My personal opinion. Back to the topic. Growth, healing. Oh, healing, discernment. So I'm excited. This is why I'm excited. I'm excited because I got warnings, and I got um that I heeded. I heeded the warnings, but I know I had to ease. I know I'm still going to be me in the midst of me easing and paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention and trusting my intuition, trusting my intuition, trusting. So because a lot of direct attacks to me have been fruitless. Fruitless. Absolutely fruitless. All of them have been fruitless. It's like a little teeny scar. They're like, she is still standing. She is still walking. She is still fruitless. 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 Because, and that's how I know I'm not just believing what Michael Beckwith says. I know it. Now, my level of practice is, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's at the same level as his practice. You understand? We had different experiences coming into this incarnation. He had his he had loving parents. He had a loving household. Yes, it was during, the civil rights movement. So he got, endowed with that those tendencies to stand up and to and to be, which were great tendencies. They're serving him excellent right now because out of his own mouth he says that a lot of the things that he was talking and teaching when he first started teaching it, he's been doing it for 40 years. He's been doing it since before I've been incarnated. At least since I've been incarnated, he's been doing it, what he does right now with Agape International Spiritual Center, okay? And the fact that when he started, people were like, oh, that's woo woo. Oh, that's not true. Oh, that's against this and that's against that. And now they have the scientific proof to back it up. Hey, 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 Dr. Joe Dispenza. We are reading from Dr. Joe Dispenza right here on this channel. Soulful Sundays. We're in a Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a neuroscientist. Ah, baby, baby, this is the time. This is the time. So I'm excited because I paid attention and I listened and I was obedient. I paid attention, I listened, and I was obedient. And um, it was different factors, different situations. I will go into the details of the different factors of different situations. Why I'm so excited right now is number one, my growth and my healing. And yes, I am celebrating. And and the gifts, the freaking gifts. One of my gifts I'm going to share with y'all after we finish Dr. Joe Dispenza book. Well, it's going to be a while. So whoever is an actual fan here, you're going to be listening to, we're going to be doing Dr. Joe Dispenza a while. Like, I don't know, like maybe 6, 7 months because I'm only doing it once a week and it's a big book and I'm only doing an hour once a week here on YouTube. But when I tell you this next gift that I am enjoying, it's a book. It's a book. It's a freaking book. But when I tell you how this book is right on time and just, I can't make this shit up. When you start going deeper and healing and going into, and maybe mysticism is not for everybody, but I don't know how. It's not. It may not be experienced the same way, but yeah, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I can just express and catalog and broadcast my experiences and come back and listen and be like, wow. While I do my self reflection, that is, I think my self reflection is one of my spiritual practices. Really going within and taking the time. And so I had a moment recently on my born day where I got instructions to go to a space and place, and I was doubtful about it. I was like, you want me to go there? You want me to give them what? That was my mind. I think I expressed that in my last episode. But when I got there was cake for me. I didn't even have to give what I had to give. And see, for me, a person who, again, from a baby went through a school of thought, and can we even call it a school of thought, knowing the facts that I shared with you about my opinion on it right now? Because if this school of thought was created by a quote unquote white man during um, civil unrest, where people during the civil rights movements, was this created as a weapon against us? So if I got through that without agreeing and decreeing what they tried to have me decree as a baby, because at 7, 8 years old, you're still a daggone baby. Why am I baptizing? Why am I doing this ritual saying that I'm about to dedicate my life to something? At 7 years old? At 8 years old? Like, I knew right then when they was trying to convince me, okay, I'm coming. You think you programming me, but my soul is what my soul is. So you could try to program my mind all the heck you want to. My soul is what my soul is. So those programs didn't work. What my soul grabbed was the actual truth, and everything else was left there. And when they tried to pressure me and say, "Oh, you got to baptize and dedicate your life," I knew the heck that I wasn't making no life decisions at 7 or 8 years old. I knew it. I was just like, no, no, no. And they tried to scare me from other religious schools. Don't you go to the church because you gotta go somewhere. But again, even though he might have weaponized it, he might have also, or maybe other people utilized it as a weapon. I don't know Charles Russell. I didn't meet the man. There are actual truths in there, but you have to be able to grab them. And it's anyway, I ain't gonna go into that. We're not gonna have a conversation about that organization. Um, all I can say is that everything that spirit revealed to me has been accurate. And I will go briefly into one of the situations. I had a situation with somebody I was hoping to build a friendship with, but people were warning me about this person because of decisions that they had made. The fact that they voted for the current administration, and that was all that they knew, because I hadn't shared anything else, and I shared that at the very beginning, and they were like, "Oh no, you better be careful." And I was like, well, I'm curious, as I followed my spirit. I followed my spirit. Now, was my spirit told me, be careful because this person is still healing, and they're not going to intentionally do anything, but because they're healing, hurt people. So keep your boundaries up and pay attention. And that's what I did. And but I still love because there's such good qualities. And so me loving the good qualities, me admiring the good qualities, and still protecting myself was not a conflict of interest until um, and it never is a conflict of interest, but I had to set a boundary, and I had to say, okay, I had to let them know, listen, I'm gonna just step back some. Um, we're both healing. We're just at different points, and it's okay, but um, yeah, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and I'm wishing you the best. That's like everything summed up, right? And again, they bled a little bit on me, but apparently I'm blood proof or something, or bulletproof. I don't know. Don't shoot at me though. Don't try. But it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It didn't bother. I mean, I didn't even see it immediately because I'm so wrapped up in my gifts and in this frequency. And I didn't even, I just recently seen it, and then it was just like confirmation. My spirit was like, told you. And I was just like, wow. And I was like, I really just want to see her be her best. It's okay. Even if we don't ever develop a friendship, like, I don't need anything from anybody to want the best for you. Like, I want the best for you I want the best for every freaking body. Here is the reason why I want the best for every freaking body. Because I know some of the things that Michael Beckwith knows. I know some of the things that Lisa Nichols knows. I know some of the things that Dr. Joe Dispenza knows. That we, me, I, you, us, humanity, the condition of our current world is the way it is because of people. So if we want a better world, we must be a better people. If we want a better world, we must be a better people. If we want a better world, we must be a better people. That doesn't mean sitting around judging others. That means being aware of who the heck you are, as I am aware of who I am. No, I didn't get here overnight. I self reflected and I continue to self reflect because I know the mind is one aspect of me, it is not me. It's an aspect of me, just like my finger is an aspect of my physical body. My finger is not my whole body, it's just a part of it. Our minds are a part of us. Our minds are not us. However, just like the fingers have a role grabbing, holding, waving, scratching, washing, wiping. So many functions our hands have. What is the function of our mind? Our minds create. Oh, we got to make sure we take care of them. This is how we can create with our mentals. That's where we create at first before it even hits the physical. Oh, so we can't just allow anybody to input anything and everything into our minds. How do we stop that? By literally stopping it, turning stuff off. If you can get out into nature and just sit out there with no telephones, that's how. One way, some ways. Ways that I do. When I say I shut it down, I shut the whole thing down. And I had to be taught that. I had to learn that. I had to go through I don't want to say a dark night of the soul, but it kind of felt like a dark night where literally, ugh, I couldn't even get the words out. The physical stuff was gone. It was gone. It was gone. It was just like, eh, eh, eh. But I have no choice. Now, yes, we have these wonderful devices that even if you don't have the finance to um, have the service, you can go into a public space and you can get on their Wi-Fi. So after the first shock, this was a couple of years ago, after the first shock, like, oh my God, like, what the heck is going on? And my mind is like, you must be failing. You must be this. You must be that. And my spirit was just like, nope, you're fine. And I was like, look, you have a roof over your head. My mind was like, yeah, but they try to do this and they try to do. But you have it, spirit. You have it. You have food in your stomach. You're able to mobilize you. And you come, relax. Go inside. Whenever this, go inside. So that's what I do now automatically. When stuff happens and I don't understand it, I go inside. Now, I did get very angry in January. And I was hurt. And I was crying I don't think I've ever cried on my ancestral altar, but I didn't know what to do, where to go, and my feelings was so hurt. They was so hurt. They was so when I tell you they was hurt. I tell you hurt, because I couldn't understand. My mind could not understand what had happened. Because in my mind, I was like, "Whew, breeze, last, what you call it, breeze." But Spirit said, "Oh no, 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 no! All that stuff you learned, all that stuff you've been learning, all that stuff now you know. We gonna find out if you really, really know." That's what Spirit was saying to me. We gonna find out if you know the stuff that you've been learning, you've been talking about. We gonna see. Test, 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 test. And the way I feel now, I think I passed them all. I think I passed them all. Now, one of them was a little tricky because it did have to deal with finance, and these people were pushing me. It was like, okay, I'm speaking up, I'm advocating, and you pushing me, and you pushing me, and you pushing me, and you pushing me, and I'm not gonna conform. Like pushing me is, I'm gonna push back. I'm gonna push back. You push me, I'm gonna push you back. I'm from Marcy, okay? Yes, I've grown and I've matured and I have elevated and all this good, wonderful stuff, and I continue to do this. This is a lifelong thing. But you push me, so I'm gonna push you back. And that's what they would do it. But it was all tests. Because when I tell you the time I had yesterday and how everything orchestrated itself, was like I couldn't have made it up. I had no idea. First of all, I went to an event yesterday, and when I went to the event, I um I went to the same event last year. So now I have something to compare. I have something to compare. And last year when I went, it was fun. It was beautiful. It was fun. It was nice. I actually performed last year at the event, and so I know where the event's at. I know what the space looks like, you know. So, and I went with a friend. I did go with a friend, and I feel a little bad because I'm not great with names, but I wanted to reach out to that friend. But this friend is happily married. Oh yeah, I smelled this pizza. I'm gonna be munching. This friend is happily married, and so she lived her best life. I believe, she's about 10 years my senior, um, and she's good. Like she ain't lacking or wanting for nothing. You put it like that, okay? She is good, good, good. She decided to come back to school. Our souls path, and she's similar, very similar to me. You know, people don't get her, but she don't need to be gotten because she's good. And not saying that her being married is a role in that, but I'm just saying. Mm, I told y'all I was gonna be eating. The pizza's so good. Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna be brief because I'm gonna get off here and really enjoy it. Pizza. I thought of her because she was pretty much like an anchor because she was actually graduating, and probably last year. And I told her I gotta sing. I'm nervous, and she said, "Girl, I will get up there with you and play my tamarines." And she got up there and she played her tamarines, and she got on the dance floor and she danced. And I sat and I ate and I observed. I sang my song, but I sat, I ate, and I observed. And now here I am, a year later, and I can't even. I'm sure her number is in my phone, but For some reason, my mind can't even remember her goddamn own name, and there's about thousands, 5,000 contacts in this daggone phone. So it's never a personal thing if I don't remember anybody. But we will talk about that briefly too. Mm, 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 mm. The temptation right here. I'm ready to go get two more, or have them actually deliver it this time. Anyway, though. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, let's go back because I know time. My me and time are friends, so I could be talking about this, then talk about that, talk about. I talked about Marcy. I've been talking about the civil rights. I've been talking about so many different times. They like this is why people be like, you can't keep the fuck up. But anyway, so yeah, so I again, obedient and everything. So I go, and it's just a whole different experience. It's a whole different experience. It's a good experience. So yeah, I talked about the people that tried to bully the people, but I didn't orchestrate that. I didn't choose. All I did was follow instructions. They said the graduates are sitting on the left. My spirit wasn't like, don't do that. Because my spirit let me know when not to do something. People misconceive my, when I question things as me having an issue with authority. How? I respect order. I like order. Okay? So, no, me questioning it is because my spirit is like, something wrong. Ask a question, find out. This don't feel right. I'm not going to ignore that. And me not ignoring that this don't feel right, when I tell you, I love it, 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 I love it. I love being able to trust my intuition. So I did not orchestrate that. I didn't orchestrate the tables. I just followed instructions. Go to the left. I went to the left. I saw a familiar, friendly face. I sat there. I didn't even know she wasn't sitting there, but I sat there and I stayed there. And the people that gravitated around me were friendly. Um, we talked, we joked, we're creatives like me. I had met most of them for the very first time, and then we had some grown women who attempted to bully them. And I guess they thought first of all, they categorized them because of their differences. And they thought because I was so comfortable that they could group me together. And I don't mind being with people who are different and who are unique. How true it is. Like this might be the people that I serve because they need people who can see them beyond their freaking differences and just see that they're freaking human beings. But yeah, these grown women try to bully one of the young ladies, move her stuff out the way, thinking nobody was there paying attention. And I looked them right in their faces like, oh, I am paying attention. Like, what? What you doing? Hand on the girl's stuff, all type of stuff, squeezing. Man, but I didn't orchestrate that. And the girl, they left. And the girl said, thank you so much. And the other people that was at the table, when I had decided, okay, I'm tired, I cut a rug, I'm ready to go. I'm sitting outside. When they left, they came and they embraced me. It said, nice meeting you. And when I tell you those, like real hugs is real shit, people. That's all I can say. Real hugs is real shit. Now that since I've gotten on the topic of hugs, my intuition has been right about everything. And so I'm excited. The reason why I came on here was such excitement because the thought that I had right before I came on here was If my intuition was right about that, my intuition was right about this, then my intuition must be right about this other that I talked about. Oh, yeah, I talked about it. And I think only one person can hear it and know what the hell I'm talking about. Everybody else might be like, what is she talking about? This bitch is talking in riddles. Yes, sometimes I am. But if that one person listens to any of my stuff, they will know. They will absolutely know. So again, the reason why I want the best for everybody is because that's how we make a better world, people. That's how the world gets better. Better people create a better world together. We don't got to be friends. We don't got to agree on things. We can have debates, all that stuff. But are you doing the work for yourself to be the best version of yourself on a daily basis? Because I'm doing the work I need to do for myself to be the best version of myself. And if I fall off or slack off, I'm going to get right back the heck up. And when we shift our attentions internally and on ourselves, not to criticize and put ourselves down and feel bad, but to grow and to be accountable, then we doing our part, people. And now there may be other things you may have gifts and skill sets to do. Do it. But make sure you good. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. Make sure your cup is always full. That's my message for y'all today. It's a pleasure to be of service. It's a pleasure to have this platform. Thank you, creators of YouTube. You've done something wonderful for people. And I appreciate it. And I know millions of others do. I don't have no plaques yet, but I'm sure they're coming. Thank you for tuning in to the SupaTea podcast. We'll go enjoy this pizza now.